What's going on, guys? You're with Hardy Tech, and welcome back to Let's Wait a second. This is technically Mystery Dungeon, but it seems a little different, doesn't it? Don't worry, don't worry. I decided to, since we're kind of at that boring part of the game where you just have to like grind missions to get up to, I think it's silver rank, so you can do the Groudon mission. Instead of doing that, and like, for the most part, actually kind of being, it's not very fun. It's relatively boring. I decided we'll just have some sped up Mystery Dungeon gameplay in the background, kind of like grinding, and instead I'm just going to do some post commentary. I'll like tell a story or talk to you guys for a little while, and that way I won't keep getting distracted when I'm trying to tell the stories like I do normally. The game will go faster so that we won't have like a bunch of filler boring episodes, and hopefully after one or two videos we'll be at Groudon and be back to actually doing a Let's Play. So, and for all the cutscenes, I'll be saving those out, and we'll have like a special cutscene video before we get to Groudon. So yeah, anyways, so you guys are just watching Mystery Dungeon in the background. You don't even have to watch it if you want. I don't care. You can open up another tab, go to paint and draw a turtle, whatever you want. If you draw a turtle, I'd love to see it, by the way. So, send me a message with a picture of the turtle. I will greatly appreciate that. Thank you. So for the most part, I'm just kind of freeballing this. I know that generally I know like where I want to go with what I'm going to talk about, but how I'm going to get there is just going to be a wild adventure. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's get this show started. So I get messages occasionally, and I know I've heard other YouTubers who've got messages like this, where people thank the YouTuber for helping them, like their videos have like helped them with depression. Like, oh, I was like really depressed and I started watching your videos and it really helped a lot and it made me feel better. And first off, that's like a huge compliment for someone to say that to you. It's like, wow, you actually helped that person's life. But I never really understood it. I never really understood like how the videos help the person. Like, I don't know, when I'm depressed, normally when I'm depressed, I don't really like turn to YouTube videos. A lot of times I would just like want to be alone. I would just go out for walks, or one thing I got in a hobby of doing for some reason, I have no clue, but I would take a shovel, I'd go about a quarter-mile out from my house to like this little deserted area, and I would just start digging, and I would dig holes. And that, whenever I was feeling depressed and I was just like really angry at the world and just, or sad at the world or whatever, I would just go out, I would, put my headphones in, listen to music, and just dig holes. And I have no clue why I did this, but it helped, it worked for me. And I don't know, I guess it was just some kind of escape, I guess, being able to go out and get away from the world and just get away from everything that was causing me stress and causing me to be depressed. And for some reason I chose to dig holes, and I don't understand it, but it works. So but more recently, for about, I guess, the past week or so. Oh, actually, I was going to mention. Okay, so the other day I got this. This is actually what brought up this entire topic for me to even think about talking about it. A few days ago, I got this comment. It might have been yesterday. It doesn't matter when it was, but I got this comment, and someone said that I've actually sounded like happier lately. And when I saw this comment, it honestly confused me. Because for the past week or so, I've kind of been more depressed and sad than I have like my entire life. And I know it's not a wise idea. I know that, like, go into why I've been depressed, because this is like not the right forum to do it. Forum? That doesn't seem like the right word. I know that, doing it in a YouTube video talking about my personal issues, definitely not the best idea. So, but yeah, for like the past week or so, I've really just kind of been like in the worst depression I've ever felt or gone through before. I've been pretty much sad 24/7, and that sucks. And pretty much like the only times I'd ever feel happy is when I was recording. And this is like a new kind of depression for me, because like I said, normally when I was depressed, I would just go like grab a shovel and start digging because I'm weird. But this time I really just lost any kind of motivation to do anything in my life. I did not want to get out of bed. I just laid in bed. After I woke up, I would just lay there and be like, no, screw it, screw life, I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna lay here and wait to die. And that's pretty much how my day went. And what I started doing is I started watching verses. I remember someone recommended the Super Mario Sunshine verses to me, so I started watching that. and it took my mind off of everything. It took my mind off of everything I was mad and everything I was sad about and I was angry and annoyed with. It all just completely went away, and I can sit there and I can just enjoy life and laugh and just forget about everything. And I know I mentioned this, I think, in the last video, but I ended up sitting for like 6 hours straight just sitting there watching Versus. For those who don't know, Versus is a series done by Attacking Toucans and Josh Jepson where they face each other in games, and it is honestly probably one of the funniest things on YouTube. They actually have their own channel just dedicated to doing this now, and I am absolutely in love with their series. Even though I'm not a big Mario person, I don't care, I still watch it because they're just so good together. And you know, I've watched their Super Mario Sunshine one, I've watched their all the way up to the current of The Legend of Zelda, and I'm in the middle of watching their Super Mario 64 Versus. I tried watching the one with Donna Bells, but she has the most annoying voice in the whole world, so I hate it very much. I don't know why, but and this is when I kind of start to understand it. What I said at the beginning of this video, when I said I didn't really understand how, you know, the videos help people, now I understand. Now that I've actually experienced that, you know, I've been in that really dark place, and the thing I turned to was YouTube to use it as an escape to make me feel better. I can start to understand what these people mean when they say things like that. And I really owe Josh Jepson and Attacking Toucans for helping me through this, because, you know, whenever I recorded for the past few days, like when I've recorded videos, I've always done it like right after watching their videos, so it put me in a really good, like, happy mood. And I think that's why I've seemed a lot happier in my videos lately, despite the fact that in real life I am complete opposite of that at the moment. So I guess, you know, it just kind of surprised me that YouTube can have such a good effect on depression. It feels nice to be able to relate to those people who've said that and finally understand what they're talking about now that I've gone through that. It's really, I guess, cool. It's nice to feel like one of the group. So have you guys ever had experiences like that where you've just been really depressed and you've turned to YouTube to help you? And if you have, you know, who was that channel that helped you through your depression? Because I'm curious, and maybe someday Attacking Toucans or Josh Jepson will see this video and they'll be able to know how much I appreciate what they've done for me and how much, you know, their content means to people, because they've really affected people's lives, and just by playing video games. So who would have thought playing video games could do so much? So yeah, like I said, if you guys ever experienced something like this, share your story down in the comments. Let's have a little community discussion here. And if you made it this far in the video, big cookie to you guys. Until next time, I'm Hardy Tech Yo-Yo. Peace.